Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream um, yesterday because today is Saturday at midnight. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream on Friday, yesterday, at 7 o'clock. Just so you all know, I do go live Wednesdays at 7, Fridays at 7, Saturdays at 3, and Sundays at 4. All PM, all EST. So we're going to hop into it on, as somebody boosted loot last second, we're going to hop into it on Grontheim Valley, my favorite map in the game. And I'm going to use the AUR A1 for this map. I'm going to use the AUR A1 as I check to make sure the lobby is boosted, because this map favors mid-range. And in my opinion, the A1 scope is like perfectly mid-range. Perfectly mid-range. And so I'm going to see if I can push this weapon into its comfort zone, or find out if this weapon can go above and beyond its comfort zone. And so I'm going to loot this house, and 150% loot, a picture would be really nice to find. Really nice to find. And so I'm looking around here and I don't see anything, which sucks. But then I spot this dresser picture. Nope. But then I hear footsteps. They're faint. And then the car alarm goes off. Do you see them? Don't worry. I'm going to point them out for you. And you see, that's why it's important to not tunnel vision. Now, what would have happened if I would have let that guy live? If he would have lived... Actually, no. Okay, here we go. I'm going to talk about this current future and the alternative potential future, okay? Alright, so this current future, what is happening right now? The guy who was walking along the bridge and entered the house, he now knows somebody is behind him, because I shot, and I believe that final bullet that left my weapon was a tracer. So if he was paying attention, which he might have been, he would have known somebody's behind me shooting across my direction. And now he's inside a house thinking that I'm about to get hunted, right? So that's the current future. The potential future, potential alternative future. What if I let that guy in the trees live and let the guy on the bridge walk into his death? That just would have meant the guy who I killed up here would have been a whole lot more valuable, a whole lot more lucrative in terms of actually getting a kill on him. This could have developed into a third-party situation, but seeing as how the dude was literally prone up here, I decided to take a couple of shots. And it just so happened that he backed up into one of my bullets. I was actually aiming too high, if that makes any sense. I was aiming too high, I believe, and the bullets were hitting the ground behind him. So when he backed up, and then I adjusted my aim lower, I shot him in the head. So as of right now, the AUR A1 can push its limits to far range. This kill range right here was like not VSS level, but H-bar T level. The H-bar T could have handled this one perfectly. Perfectly. Maybe the L85? I don't know, because the iron sights on that thing are kind of thick. And I really just wanted to see the guy's body and not a thick iron sight. But, okay, now let's progress on with this current game. Now, we seen dude head into the White House across from this house, across the street. We seen that, right? So Why would I go on the same side as him if I'm trying to keep a low profile? He just got shot. Well, no, he just seen, or heard rather, somebody get shot and shots fly across his head. Wouldn't you think he would be on alert right now? So why would I approach somebody who's already halfway expecting somebody to be hunting him? If anything, he just might be in a corner of a house waiting for me, or waiting to see who's going to, investigate his position. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to answer that phone. I'm not. Because I'm trying to keep a low profile. It's way too, not really way too, it's unfavorable, in my humble opinion, to get into a phone duel in this area of the map. Because you can't see who your phone duel is. We can only hear them. Because wood, loud noise, right? But on a map like Field Hunting or Anakin, a little bit more open map, maybe even Sagebrook, you can at least catch a glimpse of your phone duel. Especially the Verg Forest too. You can catch a glimpse of your phone duel. But here you have to rely on your ears. And when your opponent does not have headphones, what are they going to do? Wait in a corner of a house, watch the map, and as soon as you get close, they spray the door, and there goes like 20% of your health. Y'all know me. I like to catch my prey out in the open. And so taking a phone duel over here in the urban environment of these houses is not to my liking. And so that phone is going to continue to ring. Now, did you happen to pay attention in between my rambling? Did you happen to pay attention to the gunshots going off in the northeastern direction? Those are shots for the barred house. There's nothing else up there but the barred house. So we know at least 2 people are up there in that direction. Now what I'm paranoid about is the guy that we've seen walk into that house. That's what I'm paranoid about. Even if he has nothing but a pistol, if he catches me off guard one time in the head, there goes my game. And I don't too much like that fact. And so I'm going to make the airdrop heavy, just in case he decides to go for it. Maybe I can catch him off guard. Maybe he'll be too slow to leave. Maybe he'll try to take the exit across the valley where the 2 letters of determination are, and try to take the leap of faith and end up dying to one of my bullets. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's what I'm thinking. But the deeper I get into this side of the valley and I don't hear anything, the more concerned I am that he is seeing every one of my movements and I'm not seeing any one of his. Remember, players move, right? He was last seen going into that White House. What's stopping him from moving further up the valley? And when I say up, I mean in this direction right here that I'm heading. We don't hear anything. We don't see anything. He has no reason to shoot, so I don't know where this guy's at. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to use a PSD. Because then that will alert him that somebody's probably hunting him. Think about it. When you get pinged by PSD, what do you think? Oh my goodness, somebody's trying to come and kill me. And that puts you on alert, right? So why would I do the same thing to him? Yes, right now it's an even playing field. But I have a temporary advantage. If I were to use my PSD, I would have a temporary advantage of knowing his location for that 1 second. Now, he would have a permanent advantage of knowing somebody's trying to hunt him down. He's going to be on alert if I use a PSD. That's my reasoning for not using a PSD right now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my eyes. Now, granted, walking up here like this exposes me to the moon, the sun, Saturn, and Venus. But I can still get a pretty decent view of the entire urban environment that is down there. And I'm watching the top of that barn. Not barn, but house. I was watching that. Because if he hits that, he's a madman. Either he didn't bring anything at all, or he's an absolute madman. Because why would you climb on top of a house as a person? As I was saying, why would you climb on top of a house to use it to check? He used it. And you see right there, look at it. But maybe he's smart. Maybe he's not laying prone on top of a house. He isn't. But I tell you what is going to happen though. That guy that we've seen walking, look what he's about to do. He's going to crouch. He's going to crouch in front of that car. As I would have too. Because that house, given there's a ladder, the common sense way is to take the ladder and go all the way down. But that small roof right there in front of me, he could have jumped off the top of the bigger roof, landed on the small roof, and then went back down. So the guy had the right idea. I just seen him do the right idea, and that led to his death. Now I know there's a ZA M72 right there and some caffeine. I know, but here's what I'm thinking. I made the airdrop heavy. I can probably catch up the dude. And when I see how far he is from me, right there, I start running. I start running because the chase down is on. The chase down is on. Seeing as how this is 150% Grontheim Valley loot, I'm thinking the guy's heavy. And remember, the heavier you are, the more noise you make, the less time you have the less time you have of sprinting. No stamina. And so, I'm using the compass up there at the top of my screen, obviously. I'm pointing it straight. Right? I'm pointing it straight. The closer the icon goes to my right, that just tells me I'm getting closer and closer to getting parallel to him. And you see, it's going more to the right. So I'm thinking I'm catching up to him. And right now, I'm estimating that he's pretty much like near the houses. And here comes radiation. So the choice I made now, I can't turn back. Because I'm near an exit. But turns out, he is stupid far. This guy probably did not loot anything at all and was trying to go just for an airdrop. Or he probably filled up maybe 20% of his bag, got an airdrop, and left. Or trying to leave. And so I'm running like hell, trying to catch up to this guy. With all my might and all my stamina and using my eyes just to try to see where he's at. The compass helps, but I need a visual on this man. Maybe I can get a long-range headshot on him if he stands still in the exit. And you see, there he is. But it's too late. It's too late. He's already in there. Now look. The keen-eyed amongst you, as I grab a lighter, the keen-eyed amongst you would have realized I had a choice to make. I had a decision to make. I was near the time safe. I was near it. I was right on top of it. What did I do instead? Got greedy and tried to chase somebody down. If I would have stayed, got that ZA, the only reason why I didn't pick up the ZA is because I was trying not to waste time in potentially chasing this dude down, chasing this guy down. I wasn't sure of it until I seen his icon on the map and realized he's kind of close. But I made the incorrect decision. Now, granted, however your moral compass points to, this could have been the right decision. Maybe you wanted to see me kill this dude. And if that's the case, then cool, you know. I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your wish. But in my eyes, because I'm more loot-oriented, I made the wrong decision. If I would have stayed back, hit my PSD as that guy ran further and further to the exit, I could have looted the time safe, maybe got some SG-1 parts, HBAR-T parts, PSS parts, Ruined the time safe, went back, checked the barred house, see if there's any remains over there, and then left. Plenty of potential profit down that potential future. But instead, I chose greed over sanity. I chased a guy who was already halfway across the map thinking that he had a whole lot of stuff on him, so maybe I could chase him down. But what am I rewarded with that decision? Literally one lighter. And a lighter does not even give you XP. So remember, every choice you make in this game will affect you some way, somehow in your encounters. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and please learn from my mistake. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Until next time, peace.